47 and 4830 sprayers. The outer cab filter is on the right rear corner of the cab up underneath. Just unscrews the canister style filter. The inner cab filter on the 30s series is right here behind the left hand side of the seat. Pops up and replacement filter. We're sitting in the cab of the R4038 sprayer. They have changed the cab design on the R series sprayers to we look right above us. We pull this panel down, and this is where we'll find our inner cab filter. Also on the R series sprayer, they've changed the location of our outer cab filter. It's right outside the door here. It's a simple half turn lock key, and we can get right to our cab filter. Here we're looking at the coolant level reservoir. There's a cold and a low level on the far side of the reservoir. That's where we're going to check that. We're at the left rear side of the cab. This is our hydraulic reservoir right here. Our fill cap is right at the very back of the cab here to fill. And our sight glass is built right into the side of the cab here, where you can see our hydraulic oil should be halfway in this sight glass to full here. The hydraulic reservoir is 26 gallons itself, but the whole system will hold up to 55.
We're on the right side of the machine now. We're looking at the back tank here. This is going to be our def tank. It holds 7.8 gallon. Then in front of that, we've moved the fuel tank to this side. And then as we climb this ladder, there's a cover right here. It takes two 15mm bolts. Pop this cover off, and inside here is where our engine air filter is. Right now we're looking at the window washer fluid reservoir. It's right on the ladder landing going into the cab of the machine. We're looking at the drive hubs on an R4038. When you check these, you want to position the tire to where the top is of course on top. Right here is going to be our fill plug to actually dump the oil in. This is our fill line. That should be straight across. Then here's our drain. On a R4030, they recommend using 85-140 gear oil. And then on the 4038s, they actually recommend using the synthetic gear oil. The 4030 holds 1.3 quarts, and then the 38 should hold about 1.8. We're looking at the wheels of the R series sprayer with the dual strut suspension. All four wheels are going to have a 4 grease Zerk bank. You need to grease those daily with 5 pumps of the John Deere polyurea grease. We're looking at the steering cylinder now. We got 2 Zerks on both ends. Those are going to be 100-hour grease Zerks. Also on the front wheels, we're going to have 2 grease Zerks on the spindles. You need to grease those daily. There's one at the bottom and also one at the top, but there will be one on the left on the right side. We're looking at the back of the sprayer next to the boom. We got 2 grease Zerks that we got to hit daily. And then as we move to the front of the arms that connect the boom, we're actually going to have 3 Zerks on the linkage on both sides of the machine. So the last maintenance item we're going to cover is the drive line coming off the back of the engine. We got our belly shield already pulled off. There's 2 screws that we loosened, and if you can look up into the machine, we got a U-joint and then a dry spline. Also, there's another shield that you have to remove with 3 bolts, sorry. Pull that down and that will get to the front yoke of the drive line. All 3 of those Zerks need to be greased on 100-hour intervals.